Hey guys, Savage Joy here with Real Progress in Action. Tonight I will be talking about the debate because obviously, so I am gonna wait to see some more people tune in. Um, if you want to a while, definitely start putting your comments and we can go from there. But oh my God. Um, I was tweeting furiously. So also while we're waiting for people to join, put some comments, tell me, who won the debate, even, preference aside, who won, what you like, what you dislike. Because I'm seeing some mixed reviews on some things, so I'm kind of curious where my viewers lie. Um, but yeah, it was definitely interesting. So Cheryl says that Bernie won. I agree. And those who watch me after every debate know that I do not always say that. So it's not like I'm automatically going to say that. I have said that sometimes, um, but not all the time. So this time I do agree that he won. Um, I'm curious to see what you guys think about the how he kind of, went harder tonight, but do you think it was hard enough? Um, I personally don't think it was. I think he still kind of played it a little safe. I mean, he's not me, but I mean, if it were me, I would have been like, listen, fucker, you are lying over and over and over. You realize this is going to be fact checked. Why do you keep lying? But, Bernie did go hard on the cuts to Social Security and Medicare. He actually, said 3 times, Joe, so are you saying you never went to the floor and proposed cutting, Social Security and Medicare? And 2 of the times Joe said no. And one of the times, um, he stated, well, they were trying to take money from and then Bernie's like, oh, okay, so you're saying you did do it, but it was for a reason. And then Joe was caught off guard, like, oh shit, I just alluded to the fact that I kind of did do it. Um, so, I mean, but then Biden again said, no, I didn't, because Bernie said, well, did you do it for a certain reason then? And then, so be it. But, it's it was just like, Joe lied over and over and over. Um, One of my favorite news people, David Schuster. If you don't follow him, please do. He's been incredibly supportive, but uh, of my journey to Iowa, and I mean, he started out as a journalist at I believe it was MSNBC, and then he left, and he became one of the most honest journalists that there are. He has always been completely fair to Bernie. So I absolutely appreciate him. Um, David tonight said, tonight Joe Biden lied about his record on Social Security, abortion rights, bankruptcy bill, Green New Deal, war in Iraq, gay marriage. If flying no longer matters, so be it, but Democrats need to prepare to drop their moral high ground against Trump. Absolutely. Um, excuse me. I it he lied about being for gay marriage, which was Doma. I'm sorry, what? Um, what about when Bernie was marching in the streets in the 70s for gay equality? Um, what about uh yeah, I agree, Teresa. I think he should have gone harder. As far as um let me see. Yeah, when he said Bernie said, go to the YouTube. Um, and I was happy about that because, you know, it it's all over the place. And thankfully, you know, places like Newsweek and stuff are coming out right now on with articles stating he lied. But then there's um no I I knew someone was gonna say something about coronavirus. It's not, it's laryngitis. Um it's not coronavirus. And besides, I'm in my house. Um actually just went to Florida for 5 days, thanks to my in-laws who have a guest house there. They treated my husband and I to a trip for 5 days. Um, so that was nice to kind of try and get away and get my mind off of politics, which of course did not happen at all. Um, but in any case, yeah, I think that also I saw someone state that he should have gone harder. Oh, there we go. Peace Dove. Bernie should have gone for the throat of Biden and Obama's immigration. I 1 billion% agree. That is one of the things that I was like on the edge of my seat, like, Bernie, say it, please, 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 please say it. Like, you deported more people than Trump. I'm sorry, but I want to vote for the dude who's literally going to reinstate DACA on day one, um, and has promised to undo every single thing immigration wise that Trump has done, versus the person whose administration deported over 3 million. Oh, okay. And Biden called immigrants aliens tonight. What the hell? Aliens. Aliens. Okay, dude. That was a slip. That, he really thinks that. He has called them illegals in the past. So uh, let me look at some of my other posts because I was just like ranting during it because it's quicker for me than writing it down. So uh let's see. Um I don't know if you guys noticed, but the moderators really jumped in a lot to save Biden, like a lot. I mean, every single person that was a moderator, every time Joe would say something, they would jump in and kind of cut the conversation short as if to save him. It was just so obvious. So that was frustrating, but expected. Let's see what else. So Naomi Klein said, seeing folks say that we should be happy / satisfied that the Dem Party is moving left. Look, the party often moves left during elections and then they lurch right once in power. Bill Clinton did it. Obama did it. That's why who is paying for these campaigns matters. Absolutely. 100%. So, so this is, I posted the clip of this on Twitter. It was so hilarious. Oh my God. So Joe said, you get rid of your 9 super PACs you have. Bernie said, I don't have any super PACs. Joe said, you want me to list them? Bernie said, yeah, go ahead and list them. Joe said, come on, give me a break. And Bernie said, no, I won't give you a break on this one. And then Joe just goes, so Bernie called his bluff and he couldn't name a single one because they don't exist. So Bernie didn't go as hard as I would have liked him to. Okay, for the first time, he didn't say, Joe's a friend of mine. Thank Buddha, because I'm fucking over it. And so are a lot of other people. Like, I respect his class, but fuck that. He is not your friend. He is not our friend. He is nobody's friend. Stop. Stop that pandering bullshit. No. So Bernie did say tonight, I have my doubts about whether Biden in a general election can generate that energy and excitement that can generate that voter turnout to beat Trump. That is 1 billion% true. I ain't going to vote for his ass. And there are many people who also won't. So, it's like, you can't say that, someone without that excitement and everything and business as usual can't beat Trump and then say, yeah, Biden can beat Trump. I do believe that. No, he cannot. He cannot beat Trump. He can't. There are way too many of us who are not going to vote for his ass. He is still calling us Bernie bros all the time. He is sending out slanderous pamphlets to people's homes, just completely slanderous. I've seen them and they aren't even accurate. I wrote Bernie in 2016 and I'll be damned if I don't do it again. I'm not compromising shit. You trash me, you trash my family, you trash my hero. You stand for nothing. You constantly lie. Your past is garbage. Your present is garbage. Why am I sacrificing and compromising every single thing I stand for and believe in to give you a vote for what? My one vote doesn't mean shit to any of you, but it means everything to me. Everything to me. So if Pennsylvania loses by 1 vote, blame me. But since chances of that happening are 1 in a bajillion, million, gazillion, oh well. So I'm waiting for the fact checkers to come out because I know it's going to be freaking amazing. Let's see. Yes, the exact terminology was undocumented alien. That's what Joe said about Hispanic people. Let me see. Okay, so Biden said he would have a female president, which, whatever. Great. Awesome. Cool. I mean, Bernie's said that for quite some time, that he likely will. So I'd much rather have a progressive. I really don't give a flaming fuck if it's a woman. If it is, hey, cool. Added bonus. But I really don't give a shit. I want someone progressive. I want someone who matches our platform, our morals, our views, our aspirations. That's who I want. I don't care if it's a woman. Sarah Palin's a woman. What do I give a shit? Pelosi's a woman. I don't want these people in our cabinet. But unfortunately, people love identity politics, except when they love, their erasure of a Jewish man who lost his family in the Holocaust. Then it's okay. He's just an old white guy. So Joe Biden literally issued a press release bragging that his votes to limit abortion rights and the Social Security cutting balanced budget amendment made him one of the Senate's most conservative Democrats. I posted that on my Twitter page. That is from, I believe it says 98. Yes, 1998. Biden also said that he had nothing to do with the bankruptcy bill. Bullshit. Everyone knows that's a blatant lie. Blatant lie. He helped write the damn bankruptcy bill. And he legit said he had nothing to do with it. Okay. What else? Let's see. So a CNN talking head, right after the debate, I literally just, I had it on the post talk for as long as I could reach the remote and turn it off. And this talking head said, when Bernie started attacking Joe's record, Joe shouldn't have taken the bait. He should have just told Bernie, go away. What? Go away. That would have been amazing. Are you kidding me? He should have just told him, go away. That's phenomenal. That's bananas. So one of the things that Joe was lying about, one of the many things, was that his voting on pro-choice, he literally just started coming out against the Hyde Amendment after he announced his campaign, and it was like literally the end of 2019. He has voted many times on the Hyde Amendment and against other legislation for a woman's right to choose. So did Elizabeth Warren. But anyway, so Biden also said on the debate stage, no new fracking. So, and then Biden's website literally says, on day one, Biden will use the full authority of the executive branch to make progress and significantly reduce emissions, requiring aggressive methane pollution limits for new oil and gas operations. So his plan on his website talks about how they'll handle new ones differently, but apparently now on tonight's debate stage, he's saying that he wouldn't have them at all. Okay. So when they were talking about, as Joe called it, the new Green Deal, Bernie said, all well and good, but nowhere near enough. Bernie perfectly summarizes not only Joe Biden's position on climate change, but also his entire platform. And he did do well with that. Bernie did. NARAL, NARAL, that is the pro-choice group. Biden actually carried a 34% ranking. Bernie said he always had 100% ranking. That is accurate. Biden said, so have I. That is a lie. 34%. Let's see. Okay, so maybe you guys can help me. Every single debate, Joe has, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I'm, like, as an English major, I don't understand this. I have Googled, I have tried to find what he could be talking about, but every single debate, Joe says Uyghur. I don't understand what he's trying to say. Does anybody know what he's talking about? Anybody? Uyghur. Oh my god. Apparently, okay, someone is telling me. Oh my god, I don't know. I gotta look it up. I don't know. I'm guessing he's mispronouncing a place or something, but whew, he keeps saying Uyghur. And it's so fucking weird. You know, he comes out, I forget if it was last night or today, saying that, I don't know how he spells it, Margaret. That's the problem, because he says it. I don't know. I'm so confused. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. You guys are helping me. Okay. Oh. Cool. I will Google that. Thank you, guys. Oh my god. With him, you can tell because I was watching um uh the Dem debate last time with closed caption on, because I was, writing stuff down to do on my show after. So, and when Joe was talking, it kept saying dot 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 undecipherable, and I'm like, oh my god, the closed caption can't even understand half the shit he's saying. Austin, hi. I'm sorry, guys. I only see every few comments because I get distracted. Roxanne, I absolutely agree. He should have went harder. Um, so the problem is that, now Joe's saying, okay, now I'm gonna sign on to Warren's plan, bankruptcy plan, but he's the one that wrote the bill that, that's why a new plan is being created to counteract the plan he in fact wrote. So people are like, oh, that's great. He's becoming more progressive. No, he's actually not. He's trying to get her endorsement, and which is garbage. So she can eat a bag of dicks. But he's trying to get her endorsement, and he's trying to appear more progressive, which is pretty much impossible. So he's acting like he supports all these things. And if you can have, a change, like some kind of epiphany, and been like, you know what, this was wrong. It sucks it took me so long to come around, but I absolutely stand for this now. But saying it when you're literally already halfway into the primaries of a presidential campaign, I don't believe a damn word you say, and nobody should. So, and then Biden also comes out and says, excuse me, Biden also comes out and says, now I agree to give, people with under $100,000 income free college, but they have to go to school in their same state. And he's like, he's acting like he's joining, us. And he's not even close. There are no stipulations. Free college tuition, period. So no, stop. You're failing. Just stop. And then, Biden says, I do agree that healthcare is a human right. Excuse me? Your plan literally leaves at least 10 million people uninsured. So no, you don't. Joe said, I don't want to keep getting into past votes and such. Let's talk about the future. And then a second later, he would be like, in 1981, you said to Bernie. So essentially, he didn't want to talk about the past when it came to him. But, I mean, so Bernie has said this countless times, my administration would look like America. And Biden literally, in a response to Bernie saying that, said, my administration will look like America. Literally, word for word, said what Bernie said. What? Oh my God, he's such a mess. So people are coming out and saying, what Biden said is misleading. No, it's not. He is lying. That is not misleading. He's lying. Why is that so hard to say? Lie. Great point, Brad. Joe only has post votes. He hasn't been in Congress for 12 years. That is a great, great point. Let's see. What else did I put? Oh, yeah. So Bernie's talking about Medicare for all. And Joe said, I don't want to get into a back and forth in terms of politics. What the fuck do you think a debate is? I don't want to get into a back and forth in terms of our politics. What in the hell are you talking about? So, oh my God. Joe also said the next 3 presidents won't be able to eliminate fossil fuels. The next 3. Well, unfortunately, then the planet is dead. I mean, so you're saying you support the new Green Deal. Tonight is actually the first time that Biden's even said new Green Deal. He doesn't even, talk about it. He's just, when people ask him about climate, he just says, go vote for Bernie. That's it. Go vote for Bernie. And yes, I will. Thank you. Let's see. So this woman, Natalie Watson, stated, hey, woman here, Biden committing to a woman for his VP literally means absolutely nothing to me. What we need is progressives in office. A promise to nominate a woman is so unbelievably inspiring to me coming from Biden. Absolutely. So, okay, so one of the weird, Biden says like random things. Okay, so he's made a comment about beetles infesting Vermont. Beetles infesting Vermont. That is what he talked about on the debate stage. No context. He was answering something and said beetles are infesting Vermont. I mean, sure, why not? Bernie's face was priceless. Current Affairs posted Biden just committed to appointing a black woman to the Supreme Court, which is as close to an apology as Anita Hill is getting. Damn. But it's true. Joe accidentally called Bernie a Democrat, which was amazing. It was so awesome. I want someone to just make a video out of that shit. Bernie's memory is sharp as hell, because Biden would bring up stuff and Bernie would be like, if I remember correctly, that bill was in, and it had a section of, and it was proposed by, like, he's been in office for decades and he knows his votes and those bills and things like that. It's really incredible, especially compared to Biden. But let me see. Joe said something about healthcare, and Bernie said that's kind of what I've been saying the whole campaign, and it was kind of amazing. Mindy, you think Joe will pick Michelle Obama? You think? I actually hadn't considered that. God, can't we get some new blood? I honestly, okay, so I really have this theory, and I didn't talk about it a lot for like 2 months because I was like, people are going to think I'm a conspiracy theorist and stuff like that. But like, so I have this idea that, that Biden may pick Hillary because she can invoke the 25th Amendment, which means that you're incompetent of being president, and then she will become president. She's not okay with not being the first woman president, like at all. I really, really, really think it'll be Hillary, and I think that's exactly what they're planning to do. Is fucking stick her with us, just force her on us a damn third time, and then lose to Trump. Let's see. So I digress a little, but last night, Andy said Trump has the Kofifi virus. Oh yeah, I never voted for Hillary before. I sure won't now. Um, oh, by the way, now may be a good time to say that I'm going to Milwaukee. I still am. I said I was the day Bernie announced, and that hasn't changed. So I'm still going, regardless. But anyway, so I digress a little. But last night, Joe did this like on air type thing where he was like trying to take questions, from his cell phone. Stuff like Bernie does. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but he like literally like turned and started talking to the wall. And they literally put a screenshot of like Biden, 2020, and because he was facing a wall, so they were trying to save him. It was scary that this person could be in charge of our country. He's not well. Let me see. So Bernie, one of the main things about coronavirus that Bernie started, is, he started talking about the economic effects of coronavirus, which nobody else was doing. They were talking about, treatments, things like this. Bernie said we must provide emergency unemployment assistance and include workers who depend on tips, gig workers, domestic workers, and independent contractors. At short term, long term, we need Medicare for all, so your health insurance isn't tied to your job. These are the things that need to be talked about. That's it. I mean, and no, I don't have coronavirus. Like, stop. It's not funny. So I don't know. It's good to see a presidential candidate actually talk about the effects of coronavirus, not just, the sickness itself. What else? Okay, so something I noticed right away, is that, even the first question that Joe was asked about the coronavirus, which obviously was a guaranteed question. I mean, obviously, it's going to be the first thing asked tonight. And the thing that everyone is looking for your answer to, instead of answering the actual question, he gave his website 3 times. Not acceptable, because what are the chances you wrote what's on your freaking website? Like 0? Don't refer us to your website. Answer the question. Furthermore, he kept doing the same thing that he's always done. And I guess my time is up. So while people fight over the time, he always stops talking and says, but I guess my time is up. He's trying to stop from saying more stupid shit. So, okay, so Bernie goes at Joe for saying, for trying to cut Social Security and Medicare. And Dana Bash, who is like total shill, decides to say to, um, I'm sorry, Bernie was going at Joe for trying to cut Social Security and Medicare, and Dana Bash decides to then respond, Bernie, here's a quote. You talk about making changes to Social Security and Medicare. Why is it okay for you and not for him? And Bernie's like, I was talking about increases. They literally took a quote out of context and tried to make it comparable to Joe by saying changes and changes. That makes it the same. And, it's so disgusting because people, unfortunately, for the most part, do not do research. They take these talking heads and treat them as gospel. And, if Bernie wouldn't have said anything back, like I was talking about increases, people watching would have been like, oh, see, Bernie did the same thing. Oh, well, it wasn't the same. Joe tried to cut, Bernie tried to enhance. It's kind of different. Um, um, so this I forgot about. So I was really happy. Not happy, but I was glad someone tweeted this. The ACLU literally sued the Obama administration when Biden was VP because they were detaining immigrants in monstrous conditions as an intimidation tactic. So when people talk about, kids are in cages, why are you voting for Bernie? I'm voting for the person who wants to stop that shit, not for the person who literally did it. It's bananas. A comedian named Hari Kondablo, I'm sorry, I totally killed that, stated coronavirus prevents Joe Biden from touching people, so that's a good thing. Accurate. So Biden was talking about people crossing the border, and he started saying something about abused women being beat up shouldn't be deported or something. He was mumbling nonsense. So if you can see that clip, watch it, see if you can just freaking figure out what the hell he was talking about. He was talking about abused women not crossing the border. So let me see what I have in my notes. Those are the main posts I wanted to discuss. Okay, so Joe said, I'm going to do it like we did with coronavirus. Okay, that's actually what we're talking about. But he kept comparing it to Ebola, and that's not exactly the same scale of what we're dealing with right now, Joe. Also, he started talking about H1N1, and I've worked in healthcare for over a decade. I worked with H1N1 specifically for over a year, and that consisted of, yes, there were some people panicked, absolutely. But that literally consisted of people getting free shots and being done with it. That's it. Nobody was quarantined. Nobody was dying. Like, what? How does that even compare? How? It's absolutely insane. H1N1. I took thousands of phone calls with people who were inquiring about H1N1. I know that shit in and out. It was nothing like the pandemic we're dealing with now. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Shocker, but he doesn't. Biden kept saying numerous times through the debate, that I have no money. I have no money. Why are you bragging about that, dude? And why do you have PACs and you have no money? So he's like, I'm still winning. Joe said, people are looking for results, not a revolution. Speak for yourself. We're dealing with results. That doesn't mean they're good ones. Results? A revolution brings results. Don't speak for us, dude. You're privileged and you don't give a shit about anyone but yourself. So don't speak for us. We want a revolution, period. Okay, so Bernie talks about the Wall Street bailout, which he has a million times in 2008. Now, we all know that Obama gave, the bailout to bajillions of rich-ass people, and there's still homeless people on the street. So Joe tries to spin it by saying that with the bailout in 2008, a lot of little people who Bernie says he cares about would have been hurt without it. You didn't bail out people, you bailed out Wall Street, you bailed out corporations, you bailed out bankers. What are you talking about? That Bernie acts like he cares about these people, but he didn't want the Wall Street bailout. Corporations are not people. Why don't you get this shit? Crazy. One of the questions, I believe it was on sanctions, they asked Joe and he said, he goes, no. And nothing. So the camera just stayed on him and he didn't expand. He just said no and stood there. It was fucking weird. Bernie said, one of his famous lines, he said, Wall Street are a bunch of crooks. Okay, so Biden was talking about, there is a bill right now that was just passed by Pelosi that says that nobody will pay a single penny for any treatment or, anything you need if you need to get tested or treatment for the coronavirus. And Bernie said that is not true. That is not true. There are a lot of loopholes in Pelosi's bill. And Biden kept insisting it was true and nobody will owe a penny. It's not true. People will still owe money. Bernie said, do we have the guts to take on the big insurance and big pharma who are donating to the vice president's campaign? That was a burn. He also said, Bernie also said to Joe, you're using circular logic, which described it perfectly. Bernie did call out Biden and say that the Ebola virus is a hell of a lot different than the coronavirus. Bernie said in 2008, we bailed out the crooks on Wall Street instead of helping the homeless. One of my favorite moments, if not my favorite moment, was when Bernie said, Joe said something about, why don't you join me in something or other? And Bernie said, I don't want to join you. Why don't you join me? Oh my God, so good. That was amazing. I almost felt like in some ways Bernie did kind of better without the audience. In some ways, maybe he was able to concentrate more. I'm not entirely sure, but so a lot of people, I haven't done a show because, like I said, I've been in Florida for the past 5 days, but oh, thank you, Marilyn. This whole Liz Warren thing, I know we shouldn't care about her, and I don't as positively. I haven't since 2016. But the fact that she is absolutely choosing to ignore us yet again, which I'm not surprised with, it shows that she is completely fake, which we all knew. The one thing I do feel bad about is that a lot of her supporters who came from Warren to Bernie, and who have joined with us are feeling incredibly hurt right now that she convinced them that she supported these things and that she's not even fighting for them, not even just endorsing Bernie, but just where is she talking about, we need Medicare for all? She walked it back. Where is she talking about the Green New Deal? Where is she talking about free college tuition? Where is she? She's not saying shit. Absolutely nothing. So they feel abandoned, rightly so. And, it bothers them as well because, they wanted her to still be in the race, and they realized if she was, she'd still be fake as fuck. Because she's, everything she said she was fighting for is complete and utter bullshit. And we all knew that, but not everybody did. And it sucks to be disappointed like that. So my heart goes out to them. I'm serious. Like, a lot of them are hurting. A lot of them are disappointed. And they have every right to feel that way. Yes, snake emojis definitely, far outweigh, the state of our humanity. Absolutely. But you can't handle snake emojis, but you can take on Trump. Right. Okay. So, she proved to us who she was 4 years ago. None of us are surprised. I haven't asked her to endorse us once, and she dropped. If she's going to, she's going to. If she was going to, she would have already. It's very obvious she likes to side with the establishment. She is, Margaret, you are 100% correct. She is looking for a next career option. My guess is that Biden will pick Hillary for VP, and Warren will be on the in the cabinet somehow. So good night, sleep. Have a dream sweet. Austin. Oh, Brad, I could totally see him. Oh. I could definitely see Biden asking Warren to be VP, and I could absolutely see her accepting that because she's the only thing worse than a corporatist establishment tool is one who pretends they're not. And that's why, as much as I loathe Hillary and everything, at least she was, she wasn't really trying to hide it all that hard. Nobody was calling her a progressive. The fact that people were calling Liz a progressive and comparing her to Bernie, that's what was infuriating because we all know damn right well she is nothing like Bernie, and never has been. So, yeah, I've heard people talk about Klobuchar too, and I mean, if I just sit through 4 years of her telling her fucking snowstorm story, I'm done. I can't. Like, I'm literally done. Um, Bernie said that he is open to discussing his VP nom before the convention. I would be very happy with that. Since day one, you guys know, I've been burn intern 2020. I hope that's the route he goes, but part of me does fear he'll, I don't know why, but people in our movement swear that he should pick Stacey Abrams, and I'm like, are you kidding me? Literally was working with Bloomberg on his campaign, works for CAP, takes money from Soros, has donated to Hillary. No, hell no, no, nope, don't want it. Oh, Nina, oh my God, Nina and Bree oh my God, they just get shit like oh my God, they just get so much shit. They really get reamed and some of the most disgusting, nasty things said to them. And it hurts and it pisses me off because they're family. And that's one of the most frustrating things because it's really difficult to see people you care about get attacked, but also because, they're people who are trying to help us. Like, you're attacking this dude who, like, literally is trying to save our lives. Not that he's a martyr, but like he's literally trying to just give us freaking, you know, he's trying to give us healthcare and he's trying to, help us with our medical debt and send us back to school and, give us higher wages. And you're literally just attacking him every freaking second as being this evil person. If you don't agree with his policy, cool, that's your right. But slandering him and attacking him and insulting him, it's just so crazy. Like, he's not making people's lives worse. Biden, yes, he has many times for years. So I think that's one of the most frustrating things. What do I feel? How do I feel about Tulsi still being in the race? I personally don't understand. I don't know what the point is. She's never had a single campaign office. She can't get more than 100 people at her events. She can't get on the debate stage. No idea what the point is. I really have no idea. It's her right to stay in. I mean, go for it. I just don't see the point. I I don't even follow her, to be quite honest. She started absolutely, yeah, just me. I would not be thrilled with Tulsi as a VP, to be quite honest with you, for a number of reasons. So I definitely agree with that. Um, I don't think she will win Hawaii, to be honest, because a lot of people don't really like her there. She has some support, but um, there are a lot of people who are very against her in Hawaii, from some of the laws she has passed, like, spikes on, benches in the park so homeless people can't lay on them, things like that. But um, am I going to, you know, harp on her to drop out and endorse Bernie? No. I mean, I don't. She has two delegates. I'm not. I mean, people have the right to vote for who they want. I think it's kind of, I personally think it's kind of crazy to vote for someone who has literally no chance. If you really want things like Medicare for all, free college tuition, things like that, she, you know, there's like 100% chance she would be in Bernie's cabinet, right? So, like, the fact that people would vote for Tulsi over someone who would still give them Tulsi, I guess, is just something I don't understand. Because right now we need delegates. So, if she gets a couple thousand votes, um, that is delegates we're not getting. But again, nobody owes us votes. So, I can't say that, I'm not a vote shamer, put it that way. If you want to vote Tulsi, go for it. I don't understand why people would, but it's not my decision. Um, so who knows? As far as what's coming up, we do have another more more votes on Tuesday. I think coronavirus is absolutely going to hurt our turnout. Tay, I have no second choice. I am Bernie or bust. I have been for 4 years. I will. I'll write Bernie in again if I have to. I will not be voting for anyone else. Period. I have no desire to. Nobody inspires me. Nobody else running inspires me. Period. I have no desire to vote for someone who doesn't inspire me. So Bernie is my first, second, third, 18th, 27th choice. And it's really that simple. I'm Bernie or bust. So yeah, that's the thing, Nathan. I don't understand. A couple okay. Forgive me if I'm saying this wrong. Zennial. Listen, I wasn't gonna say it out loud because I feel like it is so wrong. But I was thinking it all admit it, so I'm just gonna quote what you said. Coronavirus might stop the boomer Biden stance from coming out. Okay. I wasn't gonna say it, but I did have that thought earlier tonight. Because the older generation is the most susceptible. And, you know, I, I, it's probably best they don't come out. And I'm not just saying because they, they overwhelmingly vote for Biden. I'm just saying, like, I don't like my parents going out either. But, that's, it could happen, put it that way. But I don't want to be presumptuous. I do hope that, we do well Tuesday. I just don't know. Biden has name recognition and he has Obama nostalgia. I think the thing that people need to realize is at this very moment, people are acting like it's all over, it's done, everything's, look, I'm going to give you guys a few facts. And they're all laid out on my Twitter, so you guys can verify it. First of all, we're only 140 delegates down, but 159 delegates from states we won still have not been allocated. So 140 down, 159 still possible. Furthermore, we have over 300 more delegates than Obama did at this moment. I'm worried. I'm not going to say I'm not worried. I've been very upset. But at the same time, we have to, we have to fight like hell, like we have been, but even more so. It's imperative that we don't be defeatist. It's imperative. We have our moments. We even have our days. But we have to absolutely keep going. The most important thing is that we keep going and get to convention. That's the most important thing. We gotta keep going. Keep this in mind. As of this moment, nobody's even halfway to the nom. Okay? So let's just, I'm not saying be positive, because I don't really have that in me, to be quite honest. But I think it's very imperative that we just keep going and we, have each other's back when we're, when we're fucking depressed as fuck about this shit. Paul, oh my God, I'm dying. It's not over till the hey fat lady sings. So true. Look fat. Oh my God. Yeah, we're not even halfway through the states. So I get it. It's hard because we won the first 3 states. Like, that's insane. That's insane. So to go from that to this, it hurts. It hits hard. So I totally get it. Oh, Katie said that. I had Katie on here. That's funny. Which one? Oh, this one? This one says music is life. But I have a Bernie one too. You can't see it, I guess. It's a birdie that says revolution. Birdie. I have my dog. I have a bunch. Well, Zennial, that I'm hoping that's, that's true as well. I'm hoping some people are waking up to the fact that we need change and Medicare for all because of coronavirus. Yes, Jenny, you are correct. 177,000 votes in Washington state were tossed because they didn't check the box that says Democrat, like they can't figure it out. So what they did was, I don't know how this will, it wasn't really publicized. I tried to get the word out as much as possible on Twitter. But they were allowing people to vote again till yesterday at 5 p.m. I don't know if that'll help us. I don't know. So yeah, Austin, I agree. It's still a long road. We have, more states. We have more, more delegates to get. We just got to keep going. It sucks though, because after volunteering in Iowa for 5 weeks, I was so hyped to get back home and be able to start Pennsylvania. But unfortunately, our office opened Thursday and it is closed. It was only open for 2 days. All the Bernie offices are closed. We are all doing things from home. So it sucks. Because I went on my way to the airport Tuesday. I brought tons of supplies, like, some chairs and, paper, pens, things like that, things for the office. And then when I got back, I flew home last night, and I was like, she wanted me to come in and train people all day today. And I was like, wait, I'm not coming in. Kind of sucks. But, because we need to knock doors. That's voter contact is the best way for us to get votes. I mean, we proved it. And in each state we won, we knocked doors like crazy. So, I'm concerned how long our offices are going to be closed. We'll see. Kind of sucks, but right now we'll just keep working from home. We're going to do what we can. Oh, before I forget though, Bernie did make a joke about not shaking Biden's hand tonight, because they don't have to. So that was pretty rad. Yes, I met Summer in person last week. That was good. Jenna, love you. All right, fam. I am going to finish my booze and try to get some rest. Try to rest my laryngitis. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will come back Tuesday night after some votes, and hopefully, we can smile. Hopefully. So we'll see. Everybody, get on the fucking dialer, make phone calls, text, send reminders to people in Messenger, post on Twitter, anything you can do to get out the vote. Get it out. Like, seriously, every fucking vote could be a delegate. And that's what we need right now. So it's not just us getting more delegates, it's to stop Joe from getting more delegates. So it's, it's both. I love you too. You guys are the best. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you Tuesday night. Much love.